Houston, hello YouTube. Random Chaos coming at you, and today is October 6, 2024, and I am downtown Houston at the Amtrak train station. And today, Union Pacific 4014 Big Boy is here. It's already here. I'm early and it's already here. It's supposed to be at 9, but it's already sitting over there. And can't really get close to it. They blocked a lot of the access off. So anyway, I'm gonna try and get some pictures. There's a lot of people here, but I'm gonna see what I can do, get some good pictures, some good video, and hopefully everything look good. There's a lot of other trains here too, a lot of other passenger cars also. But anyway, I'll see you in a minute. So they let us get a little bit closer to the train. They opened the gates. We're allowed to get a little bit closer. But here it is. This is 4014 Big Boy Union Pacific. And would you look at the size of that thing? Minga. This thing is a mammoth behemoth of a train. A list of fun facts on the train. There's a lot of people out here today, but I'm managing to get through here, all right. There's the tender. Look at all the wheels on this thing, mean. I'm gonna try to work my way down a little bit now. I'm not using my tripod today, I'm using my video rig. Here's the rest of the cars. You can't go all the way to the end of the train, but get down here and show this part. And it's warm today, it's only 92 degrees supposed to be, but and here's the American flag on the side of this train. Get a good shot here. People are posing for pictures left and right, which is cool, especially when you bring the kids along to check this out. UP 814. But I'm gonna turn this off for a minute, check my microphone, and see if this is working good. Be back. There it is, 4014. A lot of people ask me what 4884 means. When I can, I'll show you. It's the wheel ratio. And as soon as I get close enough, I'll show you. But man, this thing is a mammoth behemoth of a train, man. Now what I was talking about on 4884, I'll show you. You see these wheels here in the front, that's the front truck. And there's 4 wheels on the front truck. And if you come over here, these large wheels, there's 8. 4 on this side, 4 on the other side. Then there's another set of 8 wheels over here. And then the back on the rear truck, there's another set of 4. 4884. So there you go. And there's the drive arms right there. There's that chain right there. Look at the size of that chain, Minga. Big floor. There's one of the placards there. 4014 right up there. X4014. Front of the train. There you go, American Locomotive Company, November 1941. Let me get a close-up on that. Sorry. November 1941. Go, go. Yeah. And look at there, even the dogs enjoy this train. It's such a hot day too, a big fluffy dog. Well, some of you might not know, this train is 83 years old. I don't know if I mentioned that yet, but it's 136 feet long from the front of the train to the end of the tender. And this thing is 1.2 million pounds. It's a very heavy train. And it has traveled over 1 million miles since 1941. It was decommissioned in 1959. But some years back, Union Pacific got a hold of it and restored this thing. But it's my first time seeing this train too, so this is pretty cool. I'm trying to get a good video. I'm a little shaky on this because I'm not using my tripod. I'm just using my video rig, so.
Yeah. So
There's a lot of sun. I hope the sun's not interfering with the video here. I'm gonna take a walk down towards a little inn here, trying to get through. Be back in a minute. A couple of the workers here are doing some of the light maintenance on it. I'm gonna put water in this thing. Some of the steampunk and cool costumes. And here's the rest of the train. Can't go much further than right here, but I see people inside the passenger cars here. And it goes down, all the way down, pretty much behind Post Houston over there. But yeah, we can't get any further than that right there. That's cool though.
Working with the big boy impacted your lives. For me, it's impacted in a positive way. I enjoy working on the locomotive, enjoy operating the locomotive. Yeah, it's hard, dirty work, but it's a satisfying experience. That's a tough one. Pretty good question. The way it's impacted my life, yeah, we spend a lot more time on the road, obviously, with the locomotive. But this is something that I always wanted to do as a kid. I always thought, I'd be really cool, super big boy. And that was kind of my dream as a kid. Everybody thought I was crazy. But here we are. And, it's just, when we restored the locomotive, I knew it was going to be a big deal. But I didn't think that we would have the crowds and the following that we do. It's way bigger than I ever thought it would be, and thanks to all you people for coming out and supporting us and supporting the program and showing your love for this big locomotive. It's pretty cool to see.
that's good. Yeah, it's not much to say after that. I think one of the things that I reflect back on top of what both of these guys have said, is as we're going down the track, I look at everybody and they're all smiling and they're happy, and I wonder, how's that impact their lives? The fact that they want to come out and see us, and that, when I'm going by, I don't see anybody frowning. Everybody's happy, they're waving, they're smiling. So I think it's a great, tremendous thing, and it's impacted me positively.
We have a question of how big is the big boy?
How big is the big boy? Well, if you look back on it, it fits under this platform. It's 17 feet tall, 11 feet wide, just under 135 feet long. and it weighs over 600 tons. The boiler is 300 pounds of steam pressure, which is a lot for a steam locomotive, the same pressure that the 844 has. The driver diameter, the driver wheels, are 68 inches in diameter. And it's no exaggeration to say that it represents two 844s. It really is a big machine.
Why did you replace the big boy's tender?
I didn't quite hear that one.
Why did you replace the big boy's tender?
We didn't replace the original tender. Well, this one already was converted for oil conversion. So we wanted to experiment to see how much oil capacity we would need. And it was essentially ready to go. We fixed it up, cleaned up the wheels, turned the wheels, put a new coupler on it, made some modifications and cleaned it up and made it nice. And that's why we replaced it. We'll eventually rebuild it completely and make it rebuilt brand new again.
Thank you, Ed. Why did you choose to not have a diesel accompany the big boy this time around?
Well, it's really not necessarily a choice. It's just kind of one of those things that we do from time to time. The diesel locomotive does invite a lot of questions and comments, and from time to time, as we see the need to, we'll operate without one. When the locomotive is there behind the big boy, it's just idling anyway, so it's 200 tons of additional weight. There are times when we use it for dynamic braking, going down long descending grades. It's a smoother, more efficient way to run machinery, is to use modern braking processes. It also eliminates the need to use the brakes on the train as much and the brakes on the locomotive as much. There's also times when we operate with a diesel locomotive for logistic reasons because we need to extend our fuel and water. That locomotive can operate roughly safely right around 220 miles if we did not have a diesel with us. If we encounter any number of delays, which are likely on any scenario, remember that we operate the big boy as part of the big modern railroad network, and we do not want to be a priority. We want our customers' freight to be the priority traffic out there. So that means that the big boy occasionally can take a siding or remain in a location for a period of time. That's a very normal part of our process. With that in mind, sometimes that could be an extended period. Now we need to really be conservative on our fuel and water, and the diesel locomotive allows us that flexibility. So it's a very important tool for us. Good question.
Why did you erase the word big boy that was chalked on the front?
Did you get that one, Ed?
I'm sorry, please repeat.
Why did you erase the word big boy that was chalked on the front?
Boy, you got a good eye. Well, occasionally we put it on there and occasionally we take it off. And sometimes we like to operate, usually we count on Mother Nature, the rain, to rinse it off for us because it isn't chalk. And then we'll run with it periodically without it, and sometimes we'll put it back on there. Would you like us to put it back on? Oh my, okay. We'll do that. Thank you very much.
Hi, Ed. First of all, you stopped in Houston, and, why is it your favorite place to stop? And if you could add a stop, where would you stop with the big boy? Where would you show it off?
Where would you stop if you could add a stop with the big boy?
Well, our job is a fun one in that we go where they tell us to go. And I have the privilege, the honor of planning all the logistics. So I'm going to hand the microphone to each member, and they can talk about their favorite place to go.
That's another tough question. I would say that my favorite place to go is where the big boys were designed to pull, and that was out of Ogden, the ruling grade towards Rollins, and kind of being in that historic area of where they would have traveled normally. That's kind of my favorite place to be, down through Echo Canyon. And I know we've been a lot of different places before, and there's a few places that we haven't been that we'd like to go, but I would say that's my favorite place.
Well, hi everybody.
Thanks for coming out. Nice to see everybody. As far as my place to go, I'm a big Southern Pacific guy, and we went there this past summer. Would be Donner Pass. I love cab forwards, and riding behind the big boy was almost just like riding behind a cab forward back in the day when they had them there. The Sierra Nevada is beautiful, and God's country, and it's just very, I love it.
Yeah, that's a great question. I guess for me, probably more around, I like that stretch of railroad between Pocatello and Boise, I guess, is probably be my favorite. Follows the Snake River, Twin Falls, Itasca Hill. So if I could add a stop, it would be either Pocatello or Boise or Twin Falls, but somewhere in the Idaho area, that's where I would like to stop.
Anytime the big boy's running and anywhere it's going, it makes me happy. But basically, I like when we travel from Ogden to Omaha over the original UP line, and when you're traveling over that line, you think about the history and all the other steam locomotives that had run, and basically you're getting to relive the past.
Our next question is, how long does it take to steam up?
That's a very good question. When they were operating these locomotives as a regular steam locomotive in regular service, they could steam them up in a matter of hours. They generally would take their time to go from cold to hot to allow that big boiler mechanism to expand. It does expand over an inch. So part of the firebox, what we call the fire pan, you look under there, you can actually see when it's cold versus when it's hot. You can see where it expands the 1 inch. When we steam it up, we have a process where we flow warm water. When I say warm, it's about 270, 80 degrees. And we flow that into there nice and slowly, and that hot water heats it up nicely. We do that for about a day and a half or so. Then we have a steam plant, and we steam it externally with steam. We put that steam in there, and that takes about another day. So we're talking about 3.5 days. And we just did that just a few days ago in Brazos, in the big Brazos train yard where we completed our boiler maintenance. So we're talking 3.5 to 4 days. We take good care of that locomotive.
Just a question. Where are the other Challengers, and if they were scrapped, why were they scrapped?
The Challenger class, there were 105. Other railroads also had that wheel arrangement. For those of you that aren't aware of that, a Challenger is a smaller class of locomotive, and the wheel arrangement is 4 wheels in the front, 1 set of 6 drivers on the front engine, a second set of 6 drivers on the rear engine, and 4 trailing truck wheels. So it's a 4-6-6-4. A big boy, they were known as the 4000s. A lot of people know them as the big boy, or the 4884. There were 25 of those. There were 105 Challengers. The Union Pacific also had hundreds of other locomotives, and a lot of those classes were scrapped, all of them. On the Union Pacific, only 2 Challengers were saved, the 3985 and the 3977. So when they were getting rid of the steam locomotives, replacing them with the modern, efficient diesel locomotives, remember that you've got hundreds and hundreds of locomotives, and they methodically scrapped them. In some cases, they scrapped nearly every single one. Some railroads didn't save a single standard gauge steam locomotive, but we're very fortunate that the Union Pacific did.
That was awesome. Train's not going to move today. They're going to be here tomorrow. They're going to leave tomorrow about 9 a.m. But yeah, I thought we got to hear the whistle. That's pretty cool. And I was in the right spot for it. people coming to see Big Boy today. I know there's Washington Avenue. There's downtown Houston. A lot of people coming in. There's already a lot of people out there. See the yellow train cars. That's part of Big Boy. Well, there you had it. Union Pacific Big Boy 4014. The world's largest 4,000 class steam engine. And it is a hot day out here. I am sweating all over the place. And I've been here for several hours now. The video's not the best video I ever did. Some parts are shaky. There's a lot of people out there. There's a big crowd out there. I couldn't get the shots I wanted, but I think I got enough to make something out of this. But anyway, I'm gonna be heading in soon. It is, like I said, it is hot. It's a good 93 degrees today, and Texas is one of those places where one day it'll be a nice cool breeze, next day it's a nice hot breeze, but we're gonna be getting a cool front soon again. So hopefully wintertime gets here, get rid of all this heat around here. But I'm heading in. I'm hungry. I'm gonna meet up with somebody anyway. I will talk to you later, and thanks for watching. And I would like to thank Union Pacific Big Boy for coming to Houston, Texas at the Amtrak Center right over there. And anyway, until next time I bring you more random chaos, I'll bring you more random chaos. See ya.